everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gemma and this is Raining Cats and Bobbins. So today I'm coming at you with a massive fabric haul. So I did one a little while ago and that inspired me to get some more fabric because I just really loved the feeling of getting new fabric. So yeah, I went and got some more, unsurprisingly. So I have a small haul from Rainbow Fabrics and then some from Walthamstow Market in London. I went to Walthamstow Market at the beginning of April with Trudy and Laura. It was an absolutely fabulous day. The weather was very iffy. It couldn't seem to make up its mind if it wanted to be sunny or raining, so it just kept doing both. But we had such a lovely day. Getting there was just so simple. We would just train, tube there. And it was just such a relaxed, chilled shopping experience. I just absolutely loved it. And I think we must have hit pretty much every single shop that sold fabric and market and just had an absolutely fabulous time. So thank you, ladies, if you're watching. I really, really did enjoy that day. So I'm going to show you what I've got today. I've divided it into 3 piles. One is obviously the Rainbow Fabrics, and then the Walthamstow is 2 piles, one that I've managed to wash so far and one that I haven't managed to wash, and I'm going to try not to get those mixed up. So we'll start with the Rainbow Fabrics fabric. Okay, I did keep the little delivery slip that comes with it, just so I could try and tell you what it's called, I guess, and how much I've got. It doesn't say how much I spent, but I think it must have been, I did buy net curtains as well, so I'm not counting that. And I did have a 20% off, I think it was 20% off discount code. So I think I only spent about maybe £30 there, 30, possibly 40, but I think about 30 without the net. So this is what I purchased. Oh, probably around, maybe less than that, because there's not much here. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What I've purchased from Rainbow Fabrics. So the first one is this. I'll hold it up to the side. So this is a leopard jersey mix. So obviously lovely leopard print. I think it's really, really nice. Can't wait to make that. Really, really soft, like so soft. It is fairly thin, so I would say it is a t-shirt weight jersey, but it's got loads of stretch, like both ways, and it's just really soft. It's like really smooth feeling, and I got 1 meter of that. So for this, I am planning a Shiona top. I feel like I speak about the Shiona top every single time I do a video, and yet I only have one that I wear. I have one, well, 2. The second one I didn't really finish any of the edges, and I just wear it to bed, or just to like lounge around in. But actually one wearable one. I have one, so my intent is to make more. So this is one. Isn't that fabulous? And it's just so drapey and lovely. These haven't been washed yet, so I do need to get these in. The second one is called Black Red Boho Polka Floral Visco Chalet. It's got quite the name. I don't know if these are still available. You'll have to have a look. I'm not sure. These obviously were purchased a little while ago now. In February. Back in February, and I'm only just telling you about them now. Apologies. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? So this is a Visco Chalet. It is opaque, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, fairly opaque. Like I can see through it, but I think once it's sort of up against me, you're not gonna see anything. And it is pretty soft again. I think it's got some nice drape to it. And I just think the pattern is lovely. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to make from this. I have got 2 meters of this. I'm thinking I'm probably going to use this as like a wearable toile for something. I just need to pick what. I'm thinking either maybe like the Tilly and the Buttons Indigo or the Peppermint Patterns Bowden dress. I don't think I've got enough. I might have enough to do sort of a midi or knee length Pattern Emporium Field of Dreams dress. That's a recent purchase. Love it. But yeah, maybe one of those. I feel like, yeah, because as much as I love this, I'm not as precious about this as some other fabrics that I've got that I want to make those patterns up with. But so I would like to have a practice run first just to check the fitting, and I feel that this would suit the bill. So I think it's going to be one of those, and then hopefully it will fit fabulous and I'll be able to wear this properly as well. So fingers crossed. So that's another one. The next one is just a plain black poly crepe. I got 2 meters of that. Not really much to speak about, except it is so drapey and lovely. It is fairly opaque. I mean, obviously I can see light through it, but it's nothing that's gonna make me lose my dignity when I wear it. Let's do that, it's the nicest way around. Yeah, so that's really nice and drapey, and I'm thinking that will make some nice culottes, maybe like the Nini or Nini, however you say them, culottes, or I still want to make the Winslow culottes. I think that's by Helen's Closet, or is it by Closet Core? I'm so sorry, but I get those two mixed up like all the time. It's one of those, the Winslow culottes, something like that I think would make them quite nice. I think 2 meters is enough. But it's so drapey, and I think that'd be so nice for the summer. So that's what I think I'd quite like to make. Oh, hold on, housemate's home. I'm back. I'm just gonna carry on while she's putting some shopping away. Okay, the next one I've got, or the last one to be honest, is a monoprint leopard viscose marrow-cane. I'm not entirely sure what marrow-cane is, and even though I've got some, I'm still like, well, what makes this different? What is this? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had marrow-cane before. It's got like, not like a rough texture, but not super smooth, just like a viscose has. If that makes sense. Like it wouldn't hurt, it wouldn't irritate my skin, but I don't know. Maybe almost like a twill-like feel? I don't know. I'm talking nonsense now. Whatever. I'm sure if you've got some marrow-cane, have a feel, cop a feel and see what you think. But yes, this isn't that glorious. I think that's absolutely beautiful and I love it. I love the monochromatic print. It means I can sort of put some other sort of colours with it. I did get 3 meters of this because again I'm thinking of something big like the Field of Dreams dress or the Bowden dress, something really long and swishy, something great for the summer. Like with tears or something like that, I feel would look absolutely fantastic. And oh, it's just, I can't wait to make that up. But yeah, this one I would say is probably a little bit more precious to me, so I want to practice with that other one so that I can make a really good version in this, or like the indigo or something like that. So any suggestions or of any of those or something different that you feel that this would look best as, then please do feel free to drop a comment in the bottom to let me know. But oh, it's so nice. Okay, so that is all of my, I'm not going to show you my nets because they're downstairs. They're just, there you go, plain netting, really good price. I didn't realise they sold it, and then I was like, I needed some, perfect. I must order fabric at the same time to make it worth my while. Anyway, okay. Now on to the Walthamstow Market fabrics. Let's start with the unwashed pile, I guess. Oh God, it's quite hefty. Okay, right. I did go with the intention of trying to buy a lot of jersey fabrics because I want to make more shionas or whatever, like t-shirts and stuff. And overall, I think I have 3 pieces, and that includes one from that leopard print one. There just wasn't any really sparking my interest. I just couldn't actually see many either. There were so many wovens and such, and I just couldn't really spot a lot of jersey. So, oh well, anyway. But the first one I've got to show you is a jersey, or, you know, a t-shirting type material in this gorgeous stripe. Now, I got this one because Laura was actually buying this, and I think she only wanted 2 meters, but there was 3 meters left on the roll, and the shop didn't really want to leave 1 meter. So they were trying to do a deal with her for her to have all 3 meters, and she really didn't need that much, and it would just be a waste. And they were just sort of like, well, we'll do you a good deal. Come on, come on. And I was like, I'll take a meter. Like, cut me off one, and I'll give Laura the money and give her the good deal, and I'll have a meter. And I'm so glad I did, because actually it's really nice. And again, it is really soft. It's really nice and drapey. It's got stretch both ways, which is great. And yes, it probably won't be a Shiona t-shirt. I tell you what, I'm going to do a video of the Shionas, and I'm going to make them up, and you can see me make them up, and I won't just be talking about making them up and wanting to make them. I'll actually do it. Yeah, I'm going to do a Shiona video at some point where I'm making them up. I mean, I've only got 3 fabrics, I think, to make them up. Maybe I'll try and get some more by then, but I'm going to make them, and I'm not going to just keep talking about it. I'm going to make them and have them, and you'll be able to see. So yes, which was this? This was the unwashed pile, just to make sure I keep these separate. Anyway, so yes, beautiful stripy stretchy fabric, which is really nice. Now I wanted to try and get some plains, because I feel like all I've been buying is patterns, and you will see that the majority of all this stuff is patterned fabric. Yeah, I've got a lot of pattern fabrics. So I really wanted to get a few plains. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to make with these. I want tops, I think. Yeah, I want tops for these. Just because then with some of the patterns I've got, if I can make bottoms with those, trousers or something, it'd be nice to have some plains on the top. Although I feel that, or at least with this one, I don't have anything that will go with it. This just needs to go with a black bottom. Oh, so this would go with the culottes, the black culottes. That's fine. But that is a hot pink. I think it's just a viscose because it's so drapey. It is really soft. Now, just bear in mind, I mean, the fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics were really cheap. Oh, sorry, I've got some hair in my face. We're really cheap. Because you know me, I don't generally buy expensive fabrics unless I'm really treating myself or I've saved up or whatever, like the ones from Semi Sunshine that I got. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I did have a voucher towards those. The ones from Rainbow Fabrics were around like £5 a metre, £6 a metre. I don't feel that there was anything really more expensive than that. The ones from Walthamstow Market are also very, very cheap. I think the most expensive price was about £4 a metre. And the cheapest one was about £1 a metre. Although I cannot go any further without telling you the actual bargain of the day. I needed some curtain tape. So the bit that you put at the top of the curtain so you can put like the hooks in and whatever to go on a track. Because we're sorting out some curtains here. So I needed some curtain tape. And I was speaking to Laura and Trudy about it. I said, oh, please keep an eye out. That's what I'm looking for. And Laura found some pretty much as soon as we started down the high street. She said, oh, this is the stuff that you need. So I went to the guy and I was like, oh, how much is this a metre? And he was like, 25p. And I was like, huh? Sorry, I don't think I heard right. What, how much? And he was like, 25p. And I was like, a metre? 25p a metre? Like a metre? 25p? Huh? And then and this is legit my reaction. And I turned to Trudy and Laura and I was like, it's 25p a metre. And I think my shocked face looked a bit almost angry. And they were like, Gemma, that's really good. As if like, we know you're cheap, but still, come on. And I was like, no, I'm shocked that it's that cheap. Like 25p a metre for curtain tape. I mean, I know it's just curtain tape. What? And I just couldn't go. I was expecting like £1 a metre or something. I've been looking online and it's not that cheap when you buy it online. And then obviously you add postage on top. And I just couldn't, like, I was like, what? And I was like, I'll take 8 metres, please. I spent £2 on this curtain tape. I was like, I'll take 8 metres. If I mess it up, it won't matter because I've got 8 metres at 25p a metre. What? Anyway, that was the bargain of the day. However, I do argue the fact that where some of the fabrics were £1 a metre or even the £2 a metre, you know, I'm getting a lot of fabric for that price. So I would say they're on par with how bargainous they are. Anyway, I can't remember which is which, like which ones were £2, which ones were £1. So just know that they're all between £1 to £4 a metre. It really is a bargain. Like if you haven't been to Walthamstow Market, I really do highly recommend it. I mean, half of these I have already washed, half I haven't. The ones I have washed have come through the wash really great. Like they haven't faded, they haven't bobbled. And I don't know about shrinkage, but I still have a lot of the fabric, so I can't imagine it's shrunk that much. They still look really great, so I'd say the quality is pretty good. I mean, I'm not expecting fantastic quality considering the price, but it's quality that I would wear and will wear. So I highly do recommend Walthamstow Market. Get yourselves down there, buy it all, except not all of it because I want more. But not yet. I need to save up. I saved up for a few months to go wild down Walthamstow Market. So there you go. Anyway, this gorgeous, gorgeous pink. I'm thinking this will be something like a scout tee or a button-up blouse or something. Just a nice sort of simple top that I can wear with a pair of culottes or trousers or whatever. Just to, you know, get some nice plains in the wardrobe of my own making. And actually, I do have a few plains here. But anyway, let's go through the next one. This one, Trudy also has this. So obviously we all kept seeing stuff that we were both like, oh, I like that. Well, we'll both get it. There's enough. We'll both get it. It's fine. So Trudy has some of this one. This is, I don't know what this is. It has a bit of stretch to it, but I don't think it's a stretch fabric. It's only got it one way. So there is a bit of give to it. It feels kind of cottony. I don't know that it actually is cotton, but you can see it's just a nice bright red. I think it's coming up probably a little bit brighter than it actually is, but it's just got this sort of like decorative like stitching running through it just to give it a bit of interest. It is opaque, which is fabulous. I am thinking, and this is pretty much gonna look like the cover of the pattern, the Walthamstow dress by Itch to Stitch. It's pretty much what they, I mean, as in colouring, I don't know if it's got like the detail stitching, but the colouring on the pattern front is like this sort of colour fabric. So I'm thinking the Walthamstow dress would be really nice. And again, it would be great to use as like a wearable toile fabric. Hopefully this will fit straight away and will be great because I really would like to wear this with it. But yeah, so this is just a lovely plain, but it has that sort of detailing, which I think is really nice. Just sort of, you know, raises it slightly into something with a bit more interest. So yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And it does feel incredibly soft and smooth and just delicious. The next one is like some sort of twill fabric. I can't remember I don't think it says what colour they are. I would say this is like a truffle type colour. It's coming out definitely different on the screen. I would say it's a bit darker than what's on the screen. And truffle, it's the only word I can describe it. Truffle colour. Don't know why. It just makes me think truffle. But yes, so this is like a viscose, a twill weave. And I think this would make a really nice, I don't know why I'm doing it behind my head, like, oh, I don't know. I feel this would make a really nice, like, Arden or Chandler pants or something like that. I want to make trousers out of this. It's got a really nice weight to it. It's drapey, but it's got a really nice weight to it. And I think that would make a gorgeous pair of trousers. I have got another fabric, a plain fabric, which is in the washed pile, which I think would go with this as a top. It would look really nice together. I think probably the pink is, no, I don't think I'd wear the pink with it. But the other one I think would go really nice. I'm going to keep this up here so I can show you the matching them up. But yeah, I did get them from the same shop and I did sort of think, oh, they would go nice together. So I'm trying to keep that sort of thing in mind. If I'm wanting to make separates, have I already got something? Is there something here, you know, that I can get to match to go with it? So yeah, that is gorgeous. The next one is, again, earmarked for trousers. So it's a nice sort of print. This is like a navy blue and kind of like a pale grey. It's not, I don't think it's meant to be white. I think it is like a pale grey. It's definitely coming up more white and bright in the camera. It's not that white and bright in real life. But this is, again, it's got a really good weight. I think I got 2 meters of this and 2 meters of the twill. It's got like a slight give to it, almost like a stretch, cotton stretch sateen or something, but it's not like a sateen. But it's that sort of like feel to it. And I'm thinking like the Sew Over It Ultimate Trousers, or I recently got the Sabrina Slims. So Sabrina something from Love Notions. So I won a pattern from them with the So Frugal challenge. So I've chosen the Sabrina Slims because I have heard that the ultimate trousers can, like, fitting wise, can be a bit tricky and maybe not great. I don't know. If you've made them, please let me know what you thought of the fitting. But the reviews of the Sabrinas were really good. So I thought I've got a backup. Or I might even try them first, I'm not sure. But this is sort of what I'm thinking. This, I don't know whether I put the pink with that. Maybe. I could potentially get away with the pink with that. I think I probably have stuff that I can wear with this. I need to check, actually. I might need to get some bits that I can make with that to go with that. The next one is completely outrageous. I couldn't say no because I think this one was like £2 a metre. And I was like, I need to have it, even if I use it as a wearable toile. And I don't know, it was super fun. And I thought if I sort of bugger it up, then I won't be too sad. But I would like to make something from it because it's just so freaking awesome. Look at this. Hold on, I'm trying to get it so you see the pattern the right way up. I mean, oh, actually no, it's the pattern sort of goes both ways, so it doesn't really matter. Da, 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 da. Look at it. Isn't it just so ridiculous? I love it. Let me just turn it the way so you can see the other person. Isn't that just, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. I just saw it, I was like, I have to have that. Like, isn't it just so fun? I definitely want to make a dress out of this. Something with like a big fancy skirt or something, I don't know. I just feel that that'd be so much fun. I was sort of thinking, oh, what could I have on the bodice? And I thought, oh, I was sort of thinking, oh, we could have a woman on the bodice. But I feel that that'd be a bit weird. So I was wondering if I could get like some of the buildings a bit more central. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. But isn't it just amazing? I just saw it and I was just like, I've got to have some of that. And I just started laughing, and bless the people working in the shop, they were just sort of like, what? And I was just like, I was just shouting to Trudy and Nora. I was like, look at this, oh my God, it's ridiculous, I need it. So maybe like a knee-length version of like the Barden dress, or something like that. I don't know, I'm open to suggestions for this one. I really want to try the Betty dress again by Sew Over It. I've not made that for yonks. And I recently got the they've got an expansion pack to do different necklines, because obviously the Betty one is quite high, but they've got like a rounded neckline and maybe a V-neck. I can't remember now, but I definitely know the rounded neckline. And I was sort of like, oh, I wouldn't mind trying to make that again. And I could do sort of a knee-length version if there's enough. I think I've only got 2 meters, so I'd have to see if there's enough. I mean, I could maybe line it in something else. But maybe something like that, or like the Elsie dress. I've got some fabric that I really want to make the Sew Over It Elsie dress with. But again, I wanted to toile it, so potentially this could be the practice. I just think it's so fun, and I really hope I don't mess it up, because I really actually would like to wear that out somewhere. I just think it would be awesome. So yes, amazing. So the next one is not as fun, but it's still good. So this is an eyelet fabric, which I've never had or worked with before. So I'm quite excited to give this a go. This was inspired by Trudy, because she was looking at all the eyelets that were available, like every single one. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should have a look. Why not? And this one I think was £1 a metre or £2 a metre. It was it from the same shop? I can't remember. I'm not going to try and guess. Anyway, I'm going to try and speed up because I feel like I'm taking an awful long time. I got this one. Now, it's like a bluey grey, and the eyelets, they're just really small. There's not like, because I didn't want any sort of like peekaboo issues, and I don't like to line stuff if I don't have to, because it's just an extra step of work, you know. Hashtag lazy sewist. But yeah, I thought that was quite nice. Something nice to start with. Now, I asked for 2 meters, but I could see that there wasn't much left on the bolt. So I just said, oh, 2 meters or whatever you've got left. And she just sort of went to measure it, and there was like, oh yeah, sure, there's 2 meters. And I was like, sure, okay. It was only like 75p a meter, so I can't really complain. There isn't 2 meters on here. It's like maybe 1.5, maybe just over a half. And the edge, obviously, that came off the roll is quite scraggly, and I think there is a flaw somewhere where some of the stitching, like the decorative stitching, is coming undone. So I don't know that I could use the whole lot of it, or how much. I need to actually properly measure, see how much that actually is. But yeah, it's a little bit scraggly, but I mean, it's fine. But to be honest, even if I can just get a blouse or like some sort of top out of this, that I would be happy with that. I want to try and make if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a while ago that I put a shout out for this, to try and find this pattern, because I watched Jen from, what's her vlog name? Vintage. I'll pop it up here. I can't remember now. Sorry, Jen, if you watch this. I don't think she does. But you never know. I watched her make this up, and I had this years ago. I won it from someone on Instagram. I can't remember now. But that was back when I didn't really understand the sizings for the big 4. And I asked for the bigger pack, which started at size 16 upwards. And I made the 16, and it was massive. It was massively too big. And the fabric that I used, I loved. Like, I was so upset that it ended up not being any good. So I obviously gave the pattern away and whatever. And then kind of forgot about it until I saw Jen's video, and I was like, oh my God, I loved that top and I'd love to make it again. But obviously I'd need the smaller one, but it's no longer available to buy. And I was just like, oh, gutted, absolutely gutted. Bless Jojo. She said, I have a copy. I'm happy to post it to you. You can trace it off and send it back. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. But then I found it on eBay for £10, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have it because I really want it. I can't get it anywhere else. I would love to have my own copy, just in case, like, you know, I trace up one size and then it not ends up not being any good. So I was like, no, I'd rather have my own copy. I'll take it. So I'm not entirely sure whether this would work. I don't know whether it's maybe not drapey enough, but again, I was gonna make a toile of this, and I was just gonna find some like old bed sheets or something, but potentially I might use this. Do you think an eyelet would work for this? Actually, I wouldn't mind your opinion, see what you think. Otherwise, if you have any other, you know, ideas or suggestions for something like this, I would love to know. Obviously it has this crinkle effect, which I'm assuming is meant to be in it, and I shouldn't really iron it out. So I'm gonna, when I wash it, I'm gonna just let it dry like this and not iron it, I assume. I think that's right. So we shall see. Or I guess you can iron it, but then you would have to always make sure to iron it, because obviously it will affect very slightly the sizing and fitting. What do you think? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, maybe this, maybe something else. I don't know. Okay, another fabric, which is probably the heftiest of my fabrics. This was from, not the guy outside of Sainsbury's, but it was from a market stall. And it's one of the first ones we came across. But we sort of started at one end, zigzagged all the way down, and we took pictures and made a note. Or actually, we took pictures with fingers of how much each fabric was. So this one was like £4 a metre. So I took a picture like that, and I did that with all the fabrics. We took pictures of all the stuff that we liked, and we got to the very end. We sat down, we had lunch, and then we looked through our pictures, disregarded, like deleted any that we were like, actually, I don't really want that. And then any ones that we wanted, then as we then went back, we went off and got them and found some others along the way. as you do. But this one, so this one was at the very beginning and then at the very end to actually purchase, but I knew I wanted it, so I made sure that I left money to get this. I don't know what this is. Wool, felt, I don't know what this is, and I don't even remember if it said or if he said. I have no idea what this is. It has kind of like a chevron type thing to it. It's like a black and grey. It's a lot darker in real life because it's black. But I'm going to make a coat out of this, or like a jacket. It's completely opaque, like no light is getting through that, but it is really soft. And I want to make a coat. I can't remember what it's called. It's by Wixton. Trudy's made one, and that's what's inspired me because I love her coat. I don't know that this has as much drape as it. Oh, maybe it does. And I've not washed it. Oh, do you think I need to do special washing for this? No, I don't do special washing. If something can't just be bunged through the washing machine as normal, then it has no place in my wardrobe. So we'll see how this goes. But it's by I think the company's called Wixton. It used to be called Haori, or however you pronounce that, but it's called something else now. Something like the unfolded jacket, the folding jacket, the fold up jacket, the unfold. I don't know. Something to do with folding. If I can find out, I will pop it on here. But I thought this would make a fabulous one of those, and especially as it's so cheap, like if it goes a bit wrong, it's not terrible, and I'm sure I'll be able to salvage that somehow anyway. But I want to have a go with that, and I think that this will be great, and I feel that'll be fairly good transition piece as well, like weather-wise. Like we're getting some really gorgeous sunshine at the moment, but it's still really chilly, so you still want something to sort of chuck on top, and I don't really have an in-between coat. Now by the time this actually gets made up, we'll probably be in the height of summer. So it'll be ready for autumn, I imagine, or probably next spring, I'm not sure. But I don't want to leave it too long to make it up. I've had a read of the instructions. It looks pretty simple, to be honest. So it's just me, you know, trying to be productive. I'm going to put this on the floor because it's really hefty and I don't have room here. Right, that's all the unwashed ones. I'm going to try and speed up a little because I feel that I might even have to do this in 2 parts. We'll see. The bucket. Okay, now talking about this pattern, if you've watched, I don't even know how long ago I would have shown, I assume I showed this in a vlog, I don't know, but I think one of the first knitting and stitching shows or fabric shows I went to, I bought fabric and made it up for this. I loved that fabric, it was so nice, and I had some really cool buttons. I must have just given it away or give it to a charity shop or something like that, because obviously it was massive. And I thought, oh, well, I'll probably never find that fabric again. And I hadn't. And until I went to London and I found it. Oh, my God, I couldn't believe it. This was the man outside of Sainsbury's. And he saw this and he had this. And I was just like, I'm having that. If I get nothing else today, I'm having this, because then I can recreate it. Oh, how fabulous. And have it back in my life. So I'm so excited that I found this. It's again some sort of viscose. It is so drapey and it's so lovely. I'm gonna have to find some good buttons again. I'm so pleased to have found this and purchased this, and yeah, really, like, the excitement is real. Okay, so let's just move swiftly on. The next one, I don't know again what this is. It's super drapey, like really drapey. I feel it's going to be a bit twiddly to work with this, like it's just going to slip everywhere. It is a red like leopard animal print, which I think is gorgeous. I got like 2 meters of this one because I couldn't remember how much you needed for this, and I thought I'd rather have too much than too little. And that, well, to be honest, is what Laura told me. I agree. This one I'm pretty sure I got 3 meters of. I'm pretty sure I got 3 meters, because again I'm thinking one of the longer dresses, like layers, tiers, whatever. But yeah, I think that's really gorgeous. We got that from a shop that was so different from all the others, because all the others are really like, they've got, I don't know, it's just sort of like a dive in and rummage, whereas this one was very much like, I felt like I had to have some like fancy gloves on and be like, oh, can I have a look at that one? It just felt like a much more fancy shop. And they felt like they were just sort of like following around, twiddling their scissors, and we were just like, are we allowed to touch the fabrics? Like, some of them were really expensive in that shop. Like, that was a pricey shop until you get around to, obviously we sniffed out the cheap stuff because that's our skill. Maybe knocked over a few bolts of fabric by accident, but we went back and bought stuff, so I think they forgave us. So yeah, so I bought that one. I think that's the only one that I got from that shop. I feel like there was another one that I saw, but oh no, it's not the only one I got from that shop actually. I also got this one. Might as well show you as they both came on the same side. This one was in a sale. Laura spotted this one because I've been saying I want more glittery, you know, nice stuff in my wardrobe. This is like a knit fabric. Like a knitted fabric, really, like you can sort of see, really, really soft. Oh, it smells divine now because obviously this is all the wash stuff. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, so this is sort of a black with a like a metallic gold thread weaved into it, and I'm thinking a cardigan, like a Blackwood or a Harper cardigan, something like that, probably just like hip length would be really nice. And to be honest, I'd even chuck it on top of like something like this, you know, why not? Let's just go all extra. So that's that one. I think I got 2 meters of that one. It was only a couple of pounds because it was in their sale. And then I got another one. This again, I think Trudy has this one because we both spotted that one. We're like, oh, both like that. I think she might have also got the like a black and grey or black and white sort of check one as well, I'm not sure. But that's, look at this. Sorry if this messes your eyes up. It kind of reminds me a little bit of school uniforms, but I still love it. I got 3 meters of this again, because I'm thinking again I could use it for like a tiered dress or something big and flouncy, or I don't know, just something. It's I didn't realise it at the time, but it's almost like a seersucker type texture to it, which I quite like. I don't know that I would iron that out. I would probably just keep that in. So yeah, there's that one, which I think is just gorgeous. Lots of red and black, I have to say, which we're coming up to. Well, actually only a few pieces of red and black. So yeah, no, I think it's fairly varied. This one was also the guy outside of Sainsbury's. This I think is just some sort of like, well, I think this is a twill actually, which I think is gorgeous. Again, I probably would make a dress out of this. I could make trousers, but I don't know that I've really got anything that will go with it. So I think this will probably end up being some sort of dress. But I think that will still look really nice. It's got a nice weight to it. It's got a nice drape to it. I think this one is pretty opaque. Yes, it is. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, so I do like that, and it's sort of I guess like orangey terracotta type colours to it, some yellow in there on a black background. They did have this in a couple of different colourways, but this is the one that I liked. God, I'm just gonna like cover my face in a minute. Another plain, which I just got 1 meter of. Again, this will be some sort of top. This is in like a maroon, I guess, maroon burgundy kind of colour. It's showing up a little bit brighter, but this is the one that I thought, excuse me, give me that, would go really nice with the trousers. Look, isn't that pairing just divine? I think that will go so nicely. So yeah, those will be an outfit together. So yeah, I think that'll be lovely. So yeah, I need to think of what would be nice to go with, like a Chandler or Arden or something. I do want to try, well, I want to try both, to be honest, so we'll see. But yeah, so something like that would be to use for that, but only obviously has 1 meter. Then I got this one. This was also from the man outside of Sainsbury's. He does do some fabulous stuff. Do find him because he's amazing. This I think is pretty opaque. This, I don't know what it is. It's, I guess, maybe some sort of viscose. It's just super drapey. It feels, it's not like silk or satin, but it's just so soft it almost feels like it. I was thinking these could also be a really nice pair of culottes, or maybe like palazzo pants. I think Tilly and the Button has some palazzos in one of her books. I probably have some other patterns or something, but maybe a nice pair of wide leg trousers would be nice for these. And that would go with any of the tops that I make, because obviously it's just plain black, so that would look pretty nice. I'm not going to bother, I'll sort out folding it in a minute. Oh, I'll put that there because otherwise we can't see. There we go. One last one. I can't remember who I got this from. It's where I got the maroon fabric from, actually. They had this in a couple of colourways, but I liked this one. They did sell this on Rainbow Fabrics ages ago, and they did have another colourway which I did want more, but that then was out of stock, and they didn't have that particular colourway in this shop, but they had this one, and I do really like it. It's super bright. It's just like scribbled flowers type design, but you've got loads of different colours. There's even like a green and stuff. Really, really nice. Probably a dress for this, although to be honest, I do feel that it would make quite nice trousers, as long as I just find tops in any of those colours. You know, you've got so many colours to choose from, but I don't actually have any of those colours already in my wardrobe or to make. So probably a dress. But then, to be honest, it just means I will have to buy some more fabric at some point if I wanted to make these as trousers and I have something to wear with it. Goodness, that would be terrible. Anyway, this is an epically long video. I do apologize. If you managed to stick it out, well done. Like, I applaud you. I am so dry-throated right now. But yeah, that is my haul. I am so happy. I saved up like £100 to take to Walthamstow market, because I was like, I want to go crazy, or at least I want to get what I want to get. And actually, I think I only spent on fabric about 80 something pounds, because I put some towards a new bag that I bought, and I bought like a cupcake, or did I pay card with that? I can't remember. But anyway, some other bits and pieces that I bought as well. So I think I've got like 17 fabrics or something from Walthamstow, and I'm pretty damn pleased with that. I think I did really well. So yeah, go me. I'm happy with this. I cannot wait to make so much of this up. I'm super excited. So I really need to get my arse in gear and get making. So yeah, let me know. Do you have a favourite piece that I've got? Do you have any suggestions for any of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Pop them linked down below. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to watch more. I'm trying to really sort of keep going with these videos, and I feel like I'm doing pretty well. So yeah, success. I've achieved something this year. Anyway, that is it for me today, because I feel like that is more than enough. I have bent your ear off talking just pretty much a lot of nonsense. So yeah, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.